Okay guys, we're doing a coaching session for Lulu. It's Twitch Lulu versus Jin Soraka. This is a Diamond 5 game on EU West. So far, it seems like you got an okay setup there. The Twitch should be pretty nice with the Lulu, especially with W Whimsy as well. And the Soraka on enemy team has heal and exhaust, so there isn't a barrier on the enemy side, so maybe just focus around getting to 6. You could probably go coin or blue GP5 here. It doesn't really matter too much, just depends on how aggressive you like to play. If you're quite aggressive, then blue should be fine here. Kindred isn't the best of all gankers, but I guess the one thing that will happen on bot side is that the Jin and the Soraka will poke a little bit with Starfall and the Jin W. Just be careful of the Q, the 4th bounce, but just last until 6 and it should be quite nice there. Just also, you can't give away position on Twitch as well with the... Bear in mind, like if you for example, if you W Twitch when he's in stealth, Airy goes over and it actually kind of reveals where Twitch is. So that's the kind of things you need to be looking out for in lane.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. A summoner has disconnected.
Standard level 1 pull. What did you start off with? You started with blue GP5 first, so you're going to need to be a little bit more aggressive in lane. I think here you just go in. What have you got for level 1? E? Yeah, I think you could just like walk up here. You could even E yourself here and then just do a couple of auto attacks here. I think you decided to go in just a little bit too late there. It's a shame you took the Starfall hit, but yeah, I probably would E myself here. Yeah, let's rewind this. Okay, so you guys are gonna get level 2 before them. You should be like stepping forward here. Jin's just used his 4th shot here though, and he can't do any auto attack, so you should be moving up into this. You shouldn't be scared to go in here. And as long as you tag like the Soraka with your E, then it's a quick Q slow, and then hopefully the Twitch would then follow up on that. You missed a tiny bit of opportunity there for some damage on Soraka. Good poke here, that's really nice. Shame Glitter Lancer's on cooldown though. One thing I will say, you got no vision here. You guys are quite like open and exposed here. You need to get some, either you or the Twitch needs to put ward in that river. I mean, so far it's been pretty decent. I guess you're taking slightly too much damage from the Soraka though. I think because both of you are quite low HP here, you just need to help push in one wave. And then go back. Looks like you're rotating here onto the mid lane though. Okay. Okay. I think you need to just whack ignite. If I were you right now, you need to EQ straight away, ignite, and then try and get the Q to try and tap onto the Jin as well. Yeah, you shouldn't stand there to do an auto attack there. The priority is getting the Q, the E on the Soraka so you can Q. Careful. You can't go in here. Don't go in for another trade. Shield kind of saved you that. You're gonna have to recall now. You can't stay in lane anymore. Okay, well, Gragas is coming down. That was a good Twitch heal. No. Okay, you're okay. I mean, really, at the end of the day, that was a botched gank. Like they should have got onto the Jhin first. Let me slow down here. Cause you have both E and Q up here. Yeah, you E yourself. I mean, you have flash, but there's no point flashing at this point anyway. You die to minions there. The overall theme from what I've seen anyway for the last 4 minutes is that you probably would have been better off going coin. You took way too much harassment there in lane to do what you wanted to do. Also, you seem to be prioritizing auto-attacking first before Eing. Just need to get the EQ on them straight away, and then you can start auto-attacking after that if you really want to. Just want to get that burst damage through and then decide quickly if you want to stay or not. Because when you came through here, after roaming down the river, here, is it here? Yeah. Yeah, you need to like E here instead of doing an auto attack there. Yeah. You see kill potential there, don't you? Yeah, it's just like, yeah. It's like, it's just slightly misunderstanding the situation slightly, so it's like your EQ at the start there with that fight would have been super nice, and then the rest of that stuff wouldn't have happened. And then you got a little bit greedy there thinking that you kill the Jhin solo as well. So that you end up using Ignite and you almost got yourself killed there as well. And then for the following gank that comes up, you could get caught by too much here, and I think you just have to stay like max range back and just do like a Q. And then just get out of there straight away. Yeah, you can't come into this at all. Yeah, you can't sort an auto attack, then you do E, then you do Q, and you're so. Yeah, it's the only thing you should be doing there is max range Q slow, and then you can maybe bait the Jhin to go on you by like Eing yourself and staying like super far back, and doing it that way. Kind of lucky that Gragas survived that, to be honest. It's quite the botched gank. Basically, after that, you just want to just farm. Well, it's going to be a problem, though, with your GP5. Yeah, having coin in this situation would be quite nice, just to keep up with the gold generation. Because what are you sitting on right now? You're on 130 at 5 minutes. So you're about 100 gold behind. It's just taking way too many free trades here. Just to kill that ward is not even worth it. Like if Kindred was, you know that Kindred's here now though, but like if Kindred was here, you would have died there so easily. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna want stacks. I mean, if you honestly do want stacks, then at this stage of the game, you might have to just do E on a minion and then Q it. You're just taking way too much harassment. You could have shielded yourself there as well. I think you're getting desperate for stacks. You just kind of have to, yeah, you can't tank a 4th hit on Jhin, even if you have your Lulu shield up. That was a good Q slow there, though. Just, you gotta respect the Jin's damage at this point. You guys are behind. They're doing a good job stopping your recalls here as well. Wait, you actually died?
Only in the moment before.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's another thing with Jin as well. It's like because of the range in his W, you have to be super careful about recalling properly as well. You gotta help push in this lane really quick and just get it to tower as quick as you can. You should be helping auto hit here, and this next wave of 2 you should be helping auto hit. You don't know about the sign coming in, but you should be helping auto hit this wave. Okay, Twitch is roaming. Just hang back, yeah. Interesting to see how you handle the sign gank. Got a feeling at least one of you is gonna die. Okay, sign actually TP back to top side. That's actually really nice and lucky. Yeah, that's another forfeit you took there for free. That was an okay W. You could have also W Twitch there though. It was a little bit risky to go in so close. You can't tower dive this. At least you flashed away there. Just stay on the edge. Q, E one of your teammates and then just Q. Fight this out, She hasn't got much mana, but you're probably dead. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't necessarily your fault. I think you could have done a better job though earlier on here. You have E ready now. Yeah. It's a shame you used your E here on the Gragas when he was running away, and he was just about safe. There wasn't anyone nearby. The only thing that would have killed him would have been a slightly quicker Jin ulti. Yeah, it's a shame you didn't have it for the situation here. I mean, this tower dive does look like semi-promising, but then yeah, it's just too much. You don't have W. The only thing you have is E ready there. That's just a classic normal tower dive fail. The main things I'm saying here are I think it's all stemmed down to the wrong GP5. If you had a coin, I don't think you would have had so much pressure to try and harass them as much in the lane. Every time you tried to do any harassment, you got punished for it quite heavily. You took many skill shots plus a lot of Jin 4th shots for kind of no reason as well. Yeah, it's just a lot of missteps and many missteps, to be honest. Yeah, maybe try coin on Lulu next time you play her and try and play it like back a little bit, and let your hyper carry do a little bit more of the work. You've got a control ward. Looks like you're going for Ardent Sensor the first, I hope so at least anyway. And the good thing about Twitch, Lulu, is that you have potential to win this at super late game. But that's the kind of game you're probably looking at right now. Good Q slow. Good polymorph too. Exactly the right thing to do there. Easy pick. You should be trying to tell your team to start thinking about doing Dragon though soon. You need. Yeah, you've been spotted. W Twitcher. Oh, you don't have W. That's odd. There's not a lot you can do here to survive. Yeah, it's just way too deep. That's kind of the thing that Twitch Lulu are kind of good at, is the Twitch catching someone out like that. But I think because you're doing it like without an oracles, it's super risky. It's like way risky that this whole situation is here, kind of thing. Yeah, it's just too much. Like, you guys are behind. This is the kind of thing you can do when you're actually like really far ahead, like sneaking in, waiting in this brush here, and then picking someone off when they come back into lane. But when you're this far behind, like, it's just way too much to do it. I know Twitch probably made the call on that one, but you should have told them not to. Alright, let's go watch this fight from the start. So Gragas is a good engage, Soraka's really badly caught out. You missed your Gliss amongst there, but you land your E. Your W's up now. You probably want to try and W... Wait, who did you buff up there? Your W is ready at this point. You should be trying to W the Kindred as quickly as possible to prevent her from ulting. Just trying to work. Oh, you yeah, you whimsy Gragas instead of one of the enemy AD carries. That's quite huge actually. It's a really big misplay from you. Alright, just kill this Scion quickly. Okay, focus us to switch over to Twitch now. Just try and keep the Twitch alive. Try and queue over the stasis. It's slightly too early on the queue. Okay, get ready for the Science passive. You need to use your Q. Your Q was off cooldown there, you didn't need to ulti, you could have just used Q. Yeah, it's a shame you misclicked and whimsied Gragas instead of polymorphing one of the enemies. Yeah, I think this game is just like a lot of little city individual things, from taking way too harassment, using W on the wrong person a couple of times. At least you got your quest complete now, and you seemingly just your Ardent Sensor should be done now. Oh, yeah, Ardent Sensor isn't ready yet. We'll be on the next buy at least. I think you just have to play super passive here. You can't go in. You just use your ulti as well. Here comes the cavalry. That's a nice W though. Just get out of there. Yeah, you should have told Twitch not to go in because you had no ulti. Not sure if it would have changed much with the cavalry coming in. But the map was pretty dead looking and you guys pretty much YOLO'd in. There's just too much aggression with the Twitch. I'm not sure if you duo with the Twitch. Because I'm not seeing many ping communications. It seems like you might be talking to each other in voice comms. But there is definitely like a little bit too much Leroying going in. And you could just easily just farm up on Twitch and just outscale. Yeah, like you're so close to Ardent Sensor and you're so close to just like your ulti coming up, you should just like quickly go back and get your Ardent Sensor and then make 2 plays like that. Okay, you got your ult up, that's fine, your Ignite's about to come up. Yeah, you're way too much in the front line here. Just stay back. Ult the Gragas here. And you have W. So you should try and W the Twitch in for the flank here. You're too much in the front line again. Careful. I don't think you need to walk into the Kindred's ulti there. I know you're thinking it in case you last a little bit longer when dying, but yeah, it's just setting it a little bit of a mess though.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Hey Rousel, take care, man.
You will know what beauty truly is.
It's not really a whole lot for you to do. You need to start thinking about the next easiest objective for you guys to pick up is probably getting around the Herald. Jax is pretty far behind, but he can just like almost solo the Herald quite quickly by himself. So setting up that up would be quite nice. You can get this tower down here. Buff up the Twitch with an Ardent Center though. Would have liked to see you E the Twitch just so that he could kill the tower. Right, you guys need to get out of here now. I'll double W yourself. As soon as you can. You have to leave Twitch. Just get out of there. You don't get to save him.
Shall try and save me.
Yeah, you should have identified a little bit sooner that you weren't able to help the Twitch there. You took a lot of free damage there. You're gonna have to go back now. Came out of nowhere. Good dodge on the Cyanol. Yeah, I used ulti, didn't you? So on Twitch as soon as he died, so you've got nothing here as well. So you went back and altered Twitch when he was already definitely going to die from the Zoe bubble.
Shut down.
Just a lot of little minor things which is kind of snowballing your death count like crazy. I want to see if we can get one fight though with you and Twitch. One little skirmish with you and Twitch. You almost died trying to ward your blue. Now you're not here for Twitch. Your team dies. It's not a lot for you to do here. You just have to hang back. Herald's been popped. You're gonna lose tier 3. You're gonna use it in here basically. Yeah, you didn't need to be there at all, you just had to wait for Twitch to respawn and maybe you could have worked with him to get something done here. I think they just snowball from here. Yeah, there's not much here to talk about. It's just, you all guys are just dying, everyone's just dying one by one. But the main things in the laning phase that I saw that need improvement is identify which GP5 you want. If you were coin, you would have been able to take, you wouldn't have had to take so much harassment just trying to get stacks up if that's what you're doing. If you weren't even doing it for stacks, then you were taking like way too much damage like anyway. You didn't respect the Jin's 4th shot. You took a lot of starfalls as well. A couple of misclicks on Polymorph. Should have identified that Twitch was going to die, so you didn't really need to waste your ulti on him. Your first death, you didn't need to go in at all, just stayed max range Q. Maybe you could have baited the Jin to go onto you a little bit more, so it would have given Gragas a time to do like an auto attack or something extra in that fight. Overall, I think it's a pretty sloppy game by your whole team. It's just a shame that you couldn't work with the Twitch a little bit more to, you know, to have that mid game carry potential. That's pretty nice with the Lulu Twitch. It's just, yeah, you would have liked to see just like play for the mid game rather than try and play for the early game with the amount of harassment you took in lane as Lulu. Yeah, I mean, your build, there's nothing really to talk too much about your build. I don't like taking free boots anymore because usually you want to get boots super early if you can do. For the amount of like roaming and gankings and stuff that can go on with either, you know, the jungler or the mid laners in these games, but That's always up to you what kind of runes you want to take. But yeah, just work on the laning phase in general. To be honest, was kind of poor and would need to refocus on. Mainly kind of stems from what kind of GP5. I think if you were coin, you would have played passive. Also, don't get baited into going with the Twitch. You can't really do those Leroy stealth plays unless you start getting ahead and you're behind. So you just need to farm up and play for like about 28 to 35 minute mark kind of thing. Once Twitch starts getting like Hurricane and all those goodies, then it can work out quite nicely. Right, I hope that helps you out on Lulu, and I hope that helps anyone else watching this. So yeah, thanks for the review, dude. Good luck in your games.